Good evening, everybody. It is Kylie here from Hello Crafter and back with another little stamping session. And I normally try to go live on a Sunday night. Obviously, it depends on plans. Sometimes I will try and move it to the Monday night if I'm busy. So here I am on a Monday this time, but trying to kind of keep up with a weekly crafting session for you, just to hopefully inspire you and to keep me to keep my crafty mojo going as well. It really does help me to come into my craft room on an evening and share some stamping with you, because it kind of just keeps the ideas fresh, and hopefully some of you can join me watching, and we can have a little chat as well. You can ask questions. So if you are watching, please say hi. If you're watching this later on when I've finished, if you're watching the replay, then I'd love you to comment and say that you're watching, and say hi. And I hope you enjoy a bit of crafting on a Monday night. Don't know what the telly's like on a Monday night. So normally that I'm clashing with some good stuff on a Sunday evening, so I'm told. But yeah, hopefully there's nothing too exciting on tonight, and you might fancy a little bit of stamping fun. So I've got a few things to mention today. I'll just tell you now. No, it's not even next month. We're in September. Yeah, happy September. Later this month, me and some others in my team, we are doing a fundraising event and kit sale, because it's been a while since we've done something like this. So we are actually going to be doing a couple of different craft alongs. So myself and a few of the others in the team are going to be hosting a craft along session, well, two actually, on the 20th of September. So this is going to be in Yeadon. It's not far from me, actually. So if you're already local to me, it's a really easy venue to find. So that's Saturday the 20th of September. You can come along either 10 till 12 or 1 till 3. Or actually, we're going to be there all day. So if those two times don't work for you, but you can pop in at another time during the day, that is absolutely fine. So either come in, pick up your kit, or come and stay and craft and have a cup of tea and a piece of cake. So yeah, that's 20th September. So I'll show you. I'll be sharing this again. Or if you're not local, or you can't get out that day, or you want to kind of make it easy on yourself, I'm doing an evening session as well on Zoom. So I can post out the kit to you, and we can meet up on Zoom and we can craft together that way. So or you can just get one of the kits and just craft yourself, or purchase a kit for a gift for a friend. Maybe you can put some away for Christmas presents, maybe. Or perhaps you want to get together with your friends, or maybe you run a craft club or a group or something like that, and you can get a few of the kits and share them out between you. So yeah, the kits, I'll be donating all the profits to Mind Bradford District and Craven. So that's the local Mind branch. We've raised money for them before, and it's a really good cause, obviously. So we want to try and make this as successful as possible. So if you do consider supporting the challenge and helping us to kind of make a bit of a difference there. So yeah, £24 is the kit. If you're wanting it posting to you, it'll be £4 postage, but that will be no matter how many you buy. So if you want 2 or 3 or 4 or 6 or 10, then the postage is just going to be one lot of £4. So let me know if you fancy getting some friends together and doing a little craft along with your friends. That would be amazing. So all the details will be on my website anyway. That's enough of that. Also, I've got the catalogues. I posted a few out last week. You may not have got one yet, so you may be on my list. So I've got some more to post out this week. But If you're expecting one, then maybe just reach out and just let me know, because I don't want to miss anybody sending these out before I go away. Now, what else do I need to tell you? Oh, I just thought I'd better share this this kit here. So I've been putting these together. We did these in my class, by my August class as well. So this is also a kit if you like Halloween, or if you've got kids, grandkids that like to do little gifts for all their school friends, or you want to kind of have something a little bit special to give to the kids when they call around for a little trick or treat session, then these boxes are brilliant. The kit is I haven't got one just to hand here, but the kit contains enough materials to make 15 of these boxes, and you can fill them with popcorn, sweets, or other little gifts as well. So they're really fantastic. They're really sturdy, they're nice and big, and they're really fun to put together. So if you've got kind of kids that, or teens or tweens that like crafting, then that's a really fun activity to do as well. So, oh, thank you, Lisa. Oh, it's lovely to hear from you, Lisa. Thank you. Yes, I like a rainbow stripe. Right, I'm going to pass this down now, and let's get going with some crafting. This is what I'm working with. So the Gathering Moments, this is an online exclusive. So it isn't actually in this catalogue, but you'll find it online from, I want to say, 11 p.m. tomorrow. So all of these products in here and the online exclusives, there's some gorgeous, gorgeous things coming. So if you happen to be scrolling on the website tomorrow night at 11 p.m. while you're in bed, then do have a look, because there's some amazing seasonal products coming. Christmas, Halloween, autumn, and that's what I'm doing today. I've picked this really gorgeous autumn set, and we're going to do some fun stamping. So yeah, I love, so the suite, it comes in a suite. You can buy the individual products, obviously, but you can also get there's papers that coordinate with this. I'll just show you those because I've got them to hand, and embellishments as well. So lovely autumn themed papers that have this gold foil in it. I'm just going to see if I can get it to catch the light a little bit. You can just see it sort of shining there. How stunning is this? It's got leaves in lovely autumn colours. This has got shiny on it as well. And the, what do you call this? Plaid. This sort of really nice pattern. Look at all those leaves as well. And all those leaves. They're gorgeous papers, these lovely stripes. Obviously autumnal colours, but I'm not going to be using them today. I'm going to be using this colour palette. So I've got Crumb Cake, Granny Apple Green, Pretty Peacock, and Pool Party. So not kind of like, the reds and browns like traditional autumn theme, but we're going to do these are actually among my favorite colors, so it'll look great. So I need to find my stamps, find my blocks, and get stamping. So when I showed you that, so one of these papers, it's covered in leaves, so I'm kind of recreating that sort of effect on this bit of paper here. So let's start with the large stamp, and we're going to use, let's use Pool Party, and I'm just going to stamp this all over and just sort of rotate around. So I always start, when I'm doing a repeating pattern, or I'm filling a sheet, I always start with the largest stamp first, and then I go it the second largest. Let's use Granny Apple Green for this one. I'm not trying to kind of make a like what do you call it, a geometric pattern. I'm not trying to make it even or anything like that. I'm just filling up the spaces. And I think you'll notice that they've got like a texture sort of built into the stamp. So at first when I stamped it, I thought that's stamped really unevenly, but it's actually part of the design. So it looks sort of multi-toned, if that makes sense. It's just like texture already in it. So, that. And then going to do, let's do the acorn. It's a really cute little acorn. Yeah, I totally agree. They are beautiful stamps. I do like a leaf, and I'm really pleased with this one. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Caring Leaves one from last year, which retired. So I'm glad I could get a different similar thing. And then just going to fill in gaps a little bit. What colour shall I do that? Wonder what that'll look like stamped off. It's quite, no, I'll just do that full strength. They're kind of like berries, these ones. But they come out quite faint. Okay, and then there's a couple of these textured looking stamps. So I am going to put some sort of pattern quite faint. Sort of just tapping lightly on a few times in the same direction. It kind of just puts a background pattern in, fills some gaps, and then I'll do the same with this one. So let's do crumb cake. Yeah, it just gets rid of any sort of white areas and fills it up a little bit more. So that's what that looks like. Hello Beverly, hope you are well. So I'll just put these away for now. Right, I'm going to cut this up now because I'm going to use this on a couple of cards. So this was just half an A4. So I cut an A4 down in half at 14.8. So I'm going to chop a piece to be 10 centimetres by 14.3. Actually, I'm going to do it a bit smaller than that. 9 by 13.3. And this one, I'm going to take a crumb cake card base and this crumb cake layer. I'm going to cut myself another layer actually. So I'm going to do 9.5 by 13.8. And the dies that come with this set, so you've got the dies that cut out all these little stamped images, and then you've got these huge leaf dies. Absolutely brilliant shapes, and these dies that go inside them, they just cut out little holes. And what you can do is, I'm not going to do it tonight, but they're like stitch holes, so then you can do stitching on these leaves. It's really clever. So you can use this linen thread, which is a very fine but sort of soft thread, and you can do some sewing on your cards. It's like a really nice different way to use dies. So I'm going to cut this leaf out of this layer, this top layer. So let's move that out of the way. Bring my cut and emboss machine. So this could be used for a tag, or it can go on another card, and then you're just left with this leaf-shaped window. And actually I'm going to put some additional texture on this because we have a new embossing folder which has these tiny little leaves on. I absolutely love it. It's very whimsical. So I am going to put it in the right way. I'm just going to emboss that piece. Get my sandwich right. And that's what that looks like. Very, very pretty embossing folder. I think that's going to be my favourite of the season. Okay, so now I'm going to glue these together. I'm going to glue this layer on first. This is just an extra layer just to make it a bit more kind of, I don't know, an extra layer sometimes helps make the card look kind of extra put together. So I'm going to stick this down right in the centre. And then this one is going to go right over the top. So you could attach that with dimensionals just so it kind of stands up a little bit more. But I'm just going to be a bit lazy and just put it on with glue, and I can get that right in the centre overlapping. Okay, so then, so it obviously needs a sentiment, but you know me, I like to leave the sentiments till the last minute because I can never decide what to do with them. So, okay, well, we have got another card base, same crumb cake, and taking that stamped panel again, I'm just going to cut another piece off this. So I'm just going to take a bit, let's do 6 centimetres, and I shouldn't need to take any off the length, but yeah, that's fine. And then I'll also cut another piece of the crumb cake, 6.5 centimetres. And oh, that just needs trimming down to 14.8. There you go. So that just adds an extra layer there, and we can glue that on. And just glue that onto the card front, just there. And that is also ready for a sentiment. I will get onto that, I promise. Okay, right, so for my next card, I'm going to do some stamping onto this piece. So I'm going to do, I think I will do 5 of each leaf. So this is available, or going to be available, as a class to go. So you'll get all the materials, the bits and pieces to create these cards. No stamped images, but I will do the die cutting for you, and the embossing for you as well. So this will be available free with a purchase this week, so until Saturday. And so all the details will be in the description, and there will also be a PDF available to purchase as well from tomorrow, if you just wanted to buy the instructions with all the measurements and everything on, because I know that's handy to have. These are going to be, oh, I just need to do my acorn. Let's do 3 of those. Just a properly stamped one there. And so you want to take the dies and cut these out. However, to save a little bit of time, I have already die cut some, so you don't have to watch me die cut all of those out. They are done. And I've cut myself a white square card base. So this is, just check, it is 14 centimetres wide by 28 centimetres long, and it is scored in half at 14 centimetres. And that creates a nice square card base. And then this piece of white card measures 13.5 by 13.5 centimetres, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss that. So I'll run that through just off camera. Yes, I absolutely love this embossing folder. But I don't know if you've noticed, some embossing folders, depending on what the pattern's like, it'll tend to stretch your card one way or shrink it another way. I don't know if you've ever noticed that. And it is, you know, it does make sense because it's actually pushing some of the cardstock up. So sometimes it'll look like I've not cut it right, and I had cut it right. It just needs trimming now. So that is, it was 13, unless I did cut it wrong. Well, anyway, let's see what this other one, I did have another one here. Let's just measure that. 13 by 13. Ah, okay. Yes, I did cut it wrong. So that's 13 by 13. And then that's why, because I had another piece that was 13 and a half by 13 and a half. I think I just used the wrong bit. So I've got a double layer again. So one plain one and one embossed one. Kind of just, I always feel like it makes your card look a little bit more fancy and posh if you've got an extra layer. And I know some of my class ladies like an extra layer on their card too. So okay, let's get those stuck down. And then I'm going to arrange these leaves in a circle, like a wreath. And I'm going to attach those with dimensionals, but I'm actually just going to use mini ones because I want to be able to tuck. No, I won't use mini ones because they, let me just get some more dimensionals out. I just feel like I need a bit more surface area on these. But if I put them to the base, put the dimensionals to the base of the leaf, and it means I can tuck things. I should be able to tuck the next layer of leaves behind. So just kind of doing a rough circle round. Doesn't have to be too neat, but I'm pointing the stem of the leaf in the same direction all the way around to form this circle. So those 5, and then these ones will kind of go as little pairs in between. So I might glue those. No. Yes, that works better that way. So bat shaped one on the inside. Put a little bit of glue in the stems and then tuck them in. If I haven't used enough glue, I will go back and just add a little bit more. Just have to remember kind of which way they need to face, but it doesn't matter too much. Something like that to make a nice little wreath, and they lift up a little bit, which is nice because it looks 3D. I'll just make sure that they are sticking. And then these little acorns, I can put them on with dimensionals. Just have them dotted around. I feel like this one, oh, I've got these die cuts here for sentiments, and these are from the Stylish Shapes dies, so I've actually cut one of each of the different shapes of banner in that set. And oh, I've lost what I lost. Okay, and then one of these would look nice. That one would look nice in there. So, and then maybe one of these here. Okay, I've got some extra acorns as well because they might look quite nice on there. Okay, I'm going to stamp on a scrap of crumb cake, this gather stamp, and fussy cut round it. That'll go on there, I think. The other stamps in the set, there's just really cute font. I just love the font on this one. So we've got one that says many thanks. So I think I'm going to stamp that there. So I'm just using the darkest of the colours, which is Pretty Peacock. For these, and this one says thankful for you, which is really sweet. not very straight, but it'll do. On there. That's on there. And then I'm just going to do a final card before I stick those on with some just to tie all these in together. I'm going to do a final simple stamped card, and I'm just going to use this leaf. And I'm going to do pool party in the middle. And pretty peacock on one side. And granny apple green on the other. And I'm going to use that same Thankful for You just in the centre. And I'm going to mount that. Now, do I just keep it plain white, or shall I pop it on a crumb cake? What do you think? I think maybe I'll stick to the crumb cake on this one. So this is a lovely simple one. Simple stamped card. You don't need to spend a lot of time making a really nice heartfelt card. And then let's just finish these off, get these dimensionaled. Get a little piece of linen thread. I'm going to double it up and do a bow. Like a double bow with linen thread. I think it looks nice and rustic. So that's going to go on there. And then this one I will wrap it around my fingers a couple of times and do a figure of 8. Take the seal, you can see, attach some loops to the back of that, and a couple of dimensionals, pop that there. Just put 3 dimensionals on the back of this, and that can go right in the middle. And a mini glue dot to attach the bow. Yeah, great minds, Beverly. And finally this one, we'll just do a couple of dimensionals there and pop these little acorns on top. One there just there. So I feel like it does need some sparkle of some kind, and got these little iridescent foil gems, which I think they're sort of neutral enough that they don't, that they go with the crumb cake, but they just add a little bit of sparkle. So I'm just going to dot those, a few of those on here. They kind of look a little bit like dewdrops. Very subtle, but just felt like it needed something. A couple on here. Same on here, just to tie them all together. Just like to add a little bit, and then same on here. There you go. Not quite even, but you get the idea. You could put them anywhere. So there are 4 cards, and yeah, these are all the bits of materials that you're going to get if you shop with me between now and Saturday, yeah. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed them, and this is just a little sneak peek of what's coming from tomorrow night, so please do have a little browse, and if you do need a catalogue, let me know by Wednesday night preferably, so I can get one in the post to you before I go away. My catalogue launch is on the 21st, Sunday the 21st. It's an in-person event, and it's at my house. It's in Menston, and if you're local to me, I'd love to treat you to a cream tea. We're going to go through the catalogue, and we're going to make at least 3 cards with some of the new stuff. Cannot wait to show you some of the amazing things in here. And so yeah, that's already filling up fast, so please get that booked sooner rather than later. Right, I'm going to leave you to it now, and I hope you have a really good week, and thank you so much for watching, and thank you Debs and Ruth and Beverly and Lisa for your comments as well, and take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.